Yo, what's up? This is LB here, back at y'all with another one. Shout out to the whole LDBC Lions Den basketball community. Make sure you go subscribe to respective channels. Ticket TV, Mahar Sports Podcast, 2 Raw for TV, Black Reality TV, KQKC Boxing Network, Time Business, Sports and Entertainment, LVZ NBA Talk, and the list goes on and on. All right. Let's get right into the funk. So we got some injury news to talk about here on and we got a lot of NBA to talk about today, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right into this, man. So Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis is not playing tonight for Dallas. Okay? Now, I'm playing, while I'm here talking NBA with you guys, shout out to T. Joyner in the building. I see you, Jacob Jennings, Brandon Nicholson, right? I'm playing fantasy, so I'm about to show y'all something here. So this website here is called I'm pretty sure some of y'all heard of it, others haven't heard of it, but this is Roto Grinders, right? Daily fantasy website. So what you're seeing here are whenever and this is Court IQ, right? So basically what happens is whenever somebody's not playing, who would benefit from Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis not playing? So that's a lot of usage. That's a lot of scoring that has to go around. Somebody has to account for that, right? Corey Boyd, Willie Self, I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, right? So as we see here from the Court IQ, right, from a fantasy standpoint, Boban Marjanovic will be one guy that would benefit, right, provided that Rick Carlisle gives him the minutes. Another guy that benefits, Tim Hardaway Jr., another guy that benefits from Luka and Kristaps Porzingis being out, right? Seth Curry, another guy. JJ Barea, I don't think he's down there, but Dorian Finney-Smith, I think he's another guy that's questionable right now. So if Dorian Finney-Smith is out, then you got to look at a guy like Maxi Kleber. Justin Jackson might play quite a few minutes, but Justin Jackson stinks. So what up to the underrated darkness, man? Salute to the underrated darkness. So with Luka being out, these would probably be some of the guys that look at: Seth Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Boban plays, provided Rick Carlisle gives him the minutes. Okay. We got to talk about this thing with the Los Angeles Lakers, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, they stink right now. Okay, let's just tell the truth, man. LeBron playing like shit. All right, and I saw a ticket video about that. About LeBron blaming the fan, not having fans and shit like that. And that's like, what? You blame not having fans? What? So fans help you shoot a jump shot, right? I'm just asking a question. Fans help you shoot a jump shot? You can't make excuses like that, man. For real. Come on, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Mm-mm-mm. The Blazers went. Let's go through these. Let's go through these scores, man, from last night. Brooklyn ended up beating the Clippers last night, 129-120. That was a shock. Houston beat Sacramento 129-112. Boston in a nail biter. They took Orlando to overtime while prevailing 122-119. Toronto over Memphis 108-99. Portland in a very entertaining game over Philadelphia 124-121. Damian Lillard went absolutely fucking crazy last night. San Antonio 122, New Orleans 113. Lonzo played like trash. Is anybody shocked by that? I'm not. Are you shocked by the fact Lonzo played like trash? I'm not. You know, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and the Wizards, lose yet again to the Thunder, 121-103. The Wizards are the only team that's not won a game in the bubble. Okay? But look, let's just be honest about this, man. LeBron played like shit. He been playing like shit. And it just, it's just not acceptable. When they asked Anthony Davis why he struggled in his game against the Pacers, he basically didn't have an excuse. He said he got to play better. He was getting good looks, especially when he had 2 games when he shot the ball well. So Anthony Davis took his on the chin. But if you go to LeBron news, this is what the Clutch Point article says. LA Lakers superstar LeBron James and the rest of the league are still adjusting playing in games without fans because of the COVID pandemic. The King expressed his joy of playing in front of a cheering or jeering crowd and admitted that he misses seeing and interacting with fans at the games. What the Okay, so this is the problem I got with that, right? This is the problem I got with that. Did you push initially? First, you didn't want to play without fans, right? Because that was the whole narrative. And then later on, you pushed for the NBA to start. You pushed for that. LeBron James pushed for the NBA to restart, right? So you got your wish of the NBA restarting, right? No matter what, we playing these games. So now, all of a sudden now, you playing like shit. And this is the reason why you're playing like shit, because you miss playing in front of fans? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody want to hear that bullshit, man. You will run around here talking about championship mindset every day. So let me get this straight. When you playing pickup ball in the summertime, right? You playing pickup ball in the summertime, or you play pickup ball in general, do you have fans? No, because a lot of times wherever you're going at, those probably closed arenas. So all of a sudden now you worried about fans? Now, you the same? Now, I'm pretty sure at one point or another, you don't care what fans think, right? So why all of a sudden now you miss the fans? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. This article goes on to say, James is also hopeful that the pandemic would end soon as possible so that some kind of normalcy will return and fans will be allowed back in arenas. The 3-time NBA champion wasn't very welcoming of playing without fans when the league initially considered the idea back in March. Then he changed his position after learning about NBA safety concerns for fans and players alike. It doesn't seem James will get his wish soon, as NBA may reportedly proceed with the 2021 season without fans as well. So far, the bubble has been a success as in terms of keeping the players safe when they play basketball. However, games just don't feel the same without the electricity of the crowd. Okay, so this thing about that, right? Has it really been a success? I'm just asking a question. Has it been a success, or the NBA more so controlling the narrative about this, right? We seen the videos about the food that's being served there. Them motherfuckers is getting served summer camp food, right? There's rat traps on the fucking wall for WNBA players, right? A real life incarnation of Mickey Mouse is running through that motherfucker, right? They got dead cockroaches in the room. But I'm supposed to believe this was a big success? I'm supposed to sit up there and believe that. This $150 million bubble, right? When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. Hey, you just found a dead cockroach in your room. What you gonna do? Shit, nigga, I'm about to leave Disney World. Yeah, that type of thing. Let's be honest about that, man. Has it really been a success, though? Has it? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, outside the fact there's been no defense played, people out here players complaining about calls all the time and all that. But yeah, I mean, there's been some really good games. Really good games. Shout out to you, Suit Knight, in the building. Salute to you as well. Right? And if LeBron don't win the championship, oh yeah, you could best believe me, Ticket, Two Raw, all the other brothers of the LDBC, we're gonna be on his ass because he asked for this, right? And I dare anybody, especially you, corny ass Lamar Lane, I dare you to come in here and do something about it. That's right. That's right. Now, one piece of news: Chris Broussard early this morning reported that Montrezl Harrell is back in the bubble, so that's really good news, man. He should be back in time for the playoffs. He's gonna have to quarantine for a while. I think if he got tested every day, he has to quarantine for a few days and all that. But he'll be back in time for the playoffs. There's only like a couple more games left and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Also, LeBron complaining about a dark arena. Motherfucker, you've been playing in dark arenas before. So why is this a problem all of a sudden now? When y'all play in Staples Center, don't they darken the arena? When y'all play in all these other stadiums around the country, right? When I went to the Wizards game, because I go to Wizards games sometimes, they darken the arena. So all of a sudden now, that's a problem. The fuck out of here, man. What up, Luda Ryder?
What's up? What's up, LB? Now he complaining now, talking about he needs the fans that he can't see it in the dark arena. That's how old his ass is. He need eyeglass just to see in that dark arena now. Like you
man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Like you seen the way he been playing. Like he getting his he getting upwards like the 20 to 31 points, but he can't dunk. He can't jump like he used to. He can't finish layups. He can't dunk no more. And I swear, like every time, like all these games in the bubble so far have been nothing to me like a basketball pickup game. Like you seeing weak teams actually play better than the great teams in this league right now. It's like this whole situation been nothing but a joke to me. Like if Portland win the championship, I would not be surprised because I think right now the championship is up for grabs. They talking about you actually fans come here talking about they're waiting till playoff time to get to start playing better. No, it ain't that. These games they ain't used to playing these small arenas like this.
Exactly. But even then, I mean, look, a court is a court. All right, I don't give a fuck you playing in a gym or if you playing in an arena with no fans. At the end of the day, right? That court's 94 feet long. You got regulation style bucket or whatever like that. You supposed to be the best player in the world. You supposed to go out there and get it fucking done. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit.
We don't see today who's the best player in the world, Michael Porter Jr. or LeBron James, because they supposed to play Denver Nuggets today. I would not be proud that Michael Porter Jr. dominates LeBron today.
Man, Michael Porter Jr. is a fucking beast, right? I was driving on Friday, so I ain't really get a chance to get what my opinion is on Michael Porter Jr. Man, this guy is a fucking stud, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Look, I'm telling you right now, Michael Porter Jr. He's like one of those next superstar type players in the league. If he keeps himself healthy and whatever like that, Mike Malone no finagle with his minutes and shit. Look, watch out for this dude. I'm telling you, watch out for this guy. What you see now is nothing compared to what you're
People
gonna
talk
see in the
about
future. I'm
like
telling you.
people talk about what's going to happen when LeBron James retire from the NBA. Don't worry, they're going to be okay. They're going to finally talk about something else. Tell LeBron James 24/7.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Like they do with anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, when it comes to the whole dynamic of Michael Porter Jr., watch out for this guy. If I'm the Denver Nuggets, you under absolutely, positively, zero circumstances you trade this guy. Okay? Under no circumstances you trade Michael Porter Jr. I don't give a fuck if they offer you 40 acres and a mule. You do not trade Michael Porter Jr. All right. If anybody, you trade Jeremiah Grant, you trade Paul Millsap, you trade Gary Harris. Hell,
Hey,
even
be honest,
to
you got two superstars in the team right now, Michael Porter Jr. and Bo. You got to get rid of Millsap right now because when those two hit their prime, ain't nobody stopping those two.
hell, if you want to, if you want to trade Jamal Murray to a lesser degree, trade Jamal Murray, trade Gary Harris, trade Will Barton. But under no circumstances you trade Bull and Michael Porter Jr. Okay. Now, let's talk about the other elephant in the room, right? I've been wanting to talk about this motherfucker right here. Lonzo Ball. That's right. That's right. Lonzo Ball. Who's been telling you over and over and over and over and over again that this dude sucks?
He don't
got it. He don't got it's not even that because I like the dude, but like it's starting to hurt me, like because it's a mental thing. It's not like he don't have the physical abilities, because he does. It's like he plays like a scared little bitch though. Like it's just like that's what he plays like. And I know I'm being brutally honest, but he plays like a scared little bitch. That's all I see out of me. He has no heart. He has no fire. I mean, yes, he's worked. Yes, he's improved that retarded rainbow jump shot. He's not shooting a retarded rainbow jump shot. But I'm like, every time he misses, like if he misses his first shot, his head goes down and he's sulking. The dude, man, the dude only learned how to play one way of basketball, which is fast break, up tempo, whoever offense. The dude never learned how to play a half court offense. And maybe because that's coach, or no, that's because of his dad was the coach at all his high school, all his middle school and high school and AAU. So he never learned how to run a real offense as a point guard. And UCLA basically let him run the Chino Hills offense. That's how he did so well. But it's just a mental thing, man. It's like you miss one shot. I mean, keep shooting. I don't care if you go 1 for 37. Just don't act like don't be sulking your head. Don't be holding your head down. You're the point guard of the team. You're not a dumb, like he's not a dumb basketball player. It's just this man plays so timid and so scared. It's like, you scared to you so scared to make a mistake. You so scared to do something wrong that you doing stuff wrong. You're not even approving. Hold your head up, pick yourself up, man. You a man. You a grown man. You 20-something years old. Nobody's gonna baby your sorry ass anymore, man. Man, I know you love your daddy, but you need to tell him to shut the fuck up and handle your business, because you a grown ass man.
There's no way that the water runs dry. That's my shit for Boys to Men. It's the saddest day of our lives. Don't do me, baby. He is so fucking awful. Oh my. Oh my God. Hey, hold on. All right, let's do this. All right. And I'm telling you right now, if any of you motherfucking haters come in this bitch calling me a hater or whatnot, your ass going to the fucking trash can on sight. Now, let's do this question, right? Let's do this, right? I'm ask the panel, right? Do you think Lonzo Ball is a bust? Now, if you ask me, right, the answer is hell fucking yeah. What do you think, Lou the Writer?
He's 110% a bust.
Okay.
When you a 6'7" guy who can finish at the rim, who's afraid to dunk the ball, who you actually got blocked by the underboard of the rim, and who can't defend nobody, you're definitely a bust.
Okay. Gideon, what do you think? At this point,
Oh,
can we call Lonzo Ball a bust?
yes, Lonzo's a big time bust. He hasn't. I mean, his 3-point shots improved, but he still has no mid range game whatsoever. He's still missing layups right at the rim, and his defense has just been pretty crappy most of the season. I mean, last night I saw Dejounte Murray pissed on his ass, and Lonnie Walker pissed on his ass on ABC, going to the basket, hitting threes, and etc. Lonzo Ball is he can pass. I give him that, but still, he has no mid range. He's not great going to the basket. He cannot finish well, and like what you guys say, he plays too scared, too timid. He plays in over his head. He cares way too much what people think, and doesn't play his style. He doesn't just ignore the criticism and just play his style. The problem I have with Lonzo is that he needs to learn to mix up his game. He doesn't do that a lot. The dude settles for too many threes, and he has no mid-range game he can use, no post-up game, and he cannot make free throws still. Like, what kind of point guard shoots under 60% at the line? He needs to put arc in his shot to make some free throws, man. That's the problem I have with Lonzo, and his dad needs to shut up because comparing him to Steph Curry was just disgraceful. So yeah, Lonzo Ball's a bust.
Hey, shout out to my boy Craig J in the building, man. I see you. Also, the Shy Think Tank, man. I appreciate y'all for being in the chat room today. All right. So I'm gonna pull up a stat, right? I'm gonna pull up a statistic, right? I'm gonna pull this shit up, right? Because I need everyone to understand. So when you get a motherfucker like Lamont Lane that be the consummate contrarian that comes in here and say, Lonzo Ball plays good defense. No, he fucking don't. Okay. All right, I'm, sorry, I can go from 0 to 100 real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because I hate motherfuckers like long.
I don't blame you. Go ahead.
By him playing this bad, he making his little brother gonna look bad too. Because ain't no guarantee his little brother gonna be a top 10 pick now since Alonzo playing this bad.
Who knows?
No. People know the difference. People know the difference. I watched both of them play. The difference is LaMelo is just a little version of LeVar. I promise you that. The man acts just like LeVar off the court. Dude is crazy as hell. But on the court, he crazy. He they let him do what he gonna do what he don't care if he breaking. His man's going 0. He got that LaMelo got that Russell Westbrook wildness about him that he's just gonna be 110 miles per hour all the time. That's LaMelo's weakness, but at least he got that dog in him. He really don't care. If he goes 0 for 32, he don't care. He's chucking that bitch up. Like, he don't care. Lonzo cares too much. Like, LaMelo is another version. I promise you, LaMelo is a little version of he's a taller version of LeVar, a younger version of LeVar. His personality is just like LeVar. It's
Does
just
he
the
have
difference.
Teeth? Is his teeth like LeVar as well?
No, he has white. He has braces, but the thing is, his personality is like LeVar. He's just not gonna say stupid stuff. That's the difference.
No,
he's
I ain't talking about his braces. I'm talking about his teeth color.
I know his teeth is white. His teeth is white.
Okay.
You're good.
His teeth is white. He just got braces.
Okay, well, I don't care about the braces, whatever. I care more about the color. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be running around here with a yoo-hoo mouth, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to just treat you with respect. No, fuck that.
Nah, but like it's just different because the thing is like Lonzo coming out of high school was the consensus number one point guard coming out of his high school in 2017. It was him, De'Aaron Fox, and who's the dude that played for who's the dude that plays for Charlotte? Played at Kentucky, Malik Monk. Yeah, it was him, De'Aaron Fox, and Malik Monk. Okay. So literally NCAA. Here's what happened. NCAA scheduled everything on that thing because they thought Lonzo and De'Aaron Fox is gonna be the big deal. Jason Tatum was an afterthought, and that's why I say, Magic should ignore Jeannie Buss because even though I like Lonzo, I never thought he was gonna be that top tier guy like everybody was saying. Because one, I didn't trust his jump shot. Two, I didn't trust his frail size. So I knew he wasn't gonna be that dude. Now, I know Lonzo did beat De'Aaron Fox the first time when they played and dropped 21, 7, and 13 on him. I know Lonzo beat De'Aaron Fox at Kentucky and Malik Monk, but when De'Aaron Fox came back and dropped 39 and 9, I was like, nah, this De'Aaron Fox is the real deal. So I'm like, man, but at the end of the day, man, this Lonzo's just timid. And, I see LaMelo being a way better player than him just on the fact that he just, he's going to go after it and he doesn't care what people think.
We interrupt Mr. Big Chest Tire Tribe for this special announcement. Sorry, Mr. Big Chest. All right. Here I am on NBA.com, right? He has a 110.6 defensive rating, right? That 100 is like the baseline, and then below that, really good. And then below that, really bad. Especially if you're sitting at 110. So the 514 players that's in the NBA, he's ranked 366. And yet you got people out here saying that he is an elite defender. Are you fucking smoking crack?
He's not a good defender at all. The thing with Lonzo, he has no.
Everybody see that, right? I don't want nobody sitting up here thinking I'm making this shit up. This is straight from NBA.com, right? You see Lonzo Ball ranked 366. He's in the bottom half of the fucking league when it comes to defense, and yet you got people out here saying that this guy is an elite defender. No, Lamont, you an elite liar. Go ahead, Gideon.
He's worse than Eric Gordon. That's what's sad. He's worse than Eric Gordon on defense, though. It's like, and worse than Bruce Brown. Like, dude, Lonzo's defense is garbage. It's like he doesn't get too many deflections and steals. He has terrible. He gets into foul trouble sometimes, and also that he's not very versatile when it comes to defense anymore. It's like yesterday, right? The game on ABC, right? DeRozan, Walker, and Murray shitted on his ass, going to the basket at will and hitting mid-range shots, and Walker and Murray were hitting threes on their ass. Lonzo just looked lost yesterday. Like, it's sad, right? You're fighting, you have a shot to still make the playoffs, and then the Pelicans come out that flat, being killed by 20, then coming back, pull within 4, then being down 16, coming back again, pull within 3, and then they just let go of the rope. I mean, it's just embarrassing. If you're the Pelicans, you gotta be disgusted. You had enough core. You had Lonzo, Ingram, Zion, Redick. Redick had a big game, but his playoff streak is over, by the way. Holiday, Jackson Hayes, Alexander Walker. You have too much talent not to make the playoffs. But what killed them in this bubble was horrible execution, lack of good game planning, and Alvin Gentry being a dumbass and not using his rotations right, and also his players being inconsistent. Lonzo looked like crap in the bubble. Ingram, there's times when he tries to do too much, and there's times he's quiet. Zion, he's played pretty well, but he missed a lot of layups at times. And their bench was up and down. And then JJ Redick, he comes and goes sometimes. So it's like, and Holiday, I don't know what happened to Drew Holiday. He's been garbage in this bubble. So I'm just saying is that the Pelicans, they're kind of disappointed in the bubble because Adam Silver brought him back so that he could get them into the playoffs, and they can't even get it done. Like, holy shit, the Phoenix Suns or the San Antonio Spurs might get into the playoffs.
Yeah, the Kings.
They gave an easy schedule, bro. That's sad.
It is.
The Kings and Pelicans are out. Phoenix, San Antonio, Portland, and so the last spot will be either go to the Spurs, Grizzlies, Blazers, or Suns.
Yeah.
So
I'm not surprised San Antonio playing great in the bubble. I'm not surprised they're playing great as a team, even though they don't get the Marcus Offers right now. But Greg Popovich is a good coach, and I knew he was going to coach those boys up to play the right way.
And he's done a great job at that. And, man, you have guys who stepped up in the bubble. DeRozan, he's been the best fourth quarter scorer in the bubble. Also, you got Marco Bellinelli, who's made big plays. You have Jakob Poeltl, who's come out of nowhere. You have Lonnie Walker, Murray. Hell, Derek Wright was balling in the bubble until he got hurt a little bit yesterday. So I'm telling you, the Spurs, they're not going to go away. But here's the thing. The Spurs got the Rockets and the Jazz the next 2 games, though. So it depends what those 2 teams do, though. But I say this: if both those two teams rest players, San Antonio may take advantage of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Rockets are already in the playoffs. The Jazz are already in the playoffs. So and Donovan Mitchell got injury right now. I would not be surprised if the first end up being one of those teams playing that 2-game series just to make the playoffs.
Mm.
Yeah. So this game here, Phoenix. So we got 5 games. Let's talk about these 5 games here. All right.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. First game on the slate. Phoenix Suns playing the OKC Thunder. This game. Let me see. I need to look at the Vegas odds on this thing. Right.
Big game for both teams. You know, OKC's 1 game back of Houston for that 4 seed, and Phoenix they're game and a half back of Memphis and a half game back of Portland. And sorry, 1 game back of Portland. I'm sorry, and a half game back of San Antonio. So if you're Phoenix, every game's crucial because after this you got Philadelphia and Dallas after this.
All right. So here we go. The odds on this game here is 227 over under with the Phoenix Suns favored by one open up at 2, but now the spread has gone to 5. So Phoenix is a 5-point favorite. What do we like from this game here from the hold on. So we all know that the Phoenix Suns, the only team has not lost in the bubble. They take on OKC. It could keep its postseason hopes alive with another win. All right, they need to win. Basically, Phoenix needs to win out, and they need to get losses by the Grizzlies or the Trailblazers to make the play-in game. All right, so one loss and they're done. So what are we looking at for this game? OKC is on a back-to-back. OKC defeated the Wizards yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Paul doesn't play in this game for rest because this game is not nationally televised. So what are we looking at for this game? So Gideon gave his breakdown. What about you, Luda Ryder?
For my breakdown, if you Phoenix, go to the paint. You know, keep feet aiding the post because Steven Adams might not be back. So keep aiding in the post. If you're the Suns, try to break through the teeth of D. Try to go to the rim. Try to set some down screens, back screens to get Booker open shots. And some guy named Carter, man, he went crazy hot against the Heat, giving you 20, hit 6 big threes. Maybe this is a game he may step up. Maybe I can see Dario Saric have a big game today for the Suns. And for Monty Williams, keep changing your rotations to make sure it works, though. If you're Devin Booker, make sure you don't settle for threes. Keep taking your mid-range. Keep hitting your shots at the elbow. And keep going to the basket at will. And if you're OKC, again, this is a big game for them, too. They're 1 game back of Houston for that 4 seed. If you're OKC, since CP3 may not play, you have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA. This is a big game for him to step it up. And then you got Gallinari who can hit some threes, who can put the ball on the floor. And then, and it's gonna be close. So if I had to choose who I think is gonna win the game, I thought long and hard about this. I think the Suns pulled this off because I think Phoenix knows that if they lose this game, they're gonna be in huge trouble for their playoff hopes because, like I said, they got Philadelphia and Dallas. I know Portland beat Philly, but remember, Philly nearly came super close, knocking Portland off. So if you're Phoenix, you got to take care of OKC, especially the shorthanded. And you got Dallas and Philly, who Dallas may rest players, and Philly's banged up. So if you're Phoenix, this is your season here because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. The Suns have not been to the playoffs since 2010. So it's like, if you're the Suns here, this is a golden opportunity for you to take advantage. If I had to guess, I think the Suns win the thriller. I mean, not in the thriller, but I think they win comfortably. My fault. If Chris Paul doesn't.
Shout out to my boy Jacob Jennings for his donation to the channel. He says that Lonzo not good. Simple as that. Lunch on me. I appreciate you, homie. Appreciate it. Really do, man. Thank you. A staunch supporter on my channel, man. You know what I'm saying? So Jacob Jennings always get VIP status on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to donate to the channel? There's my Cash App, there's my PayPal. Show me love.
Really? Why I've been watching scenes, they've been kind of lighting teams up from the 3-point land. And Devin Booker has been playing out his mind during this whole bubble situation. Like I said, a small arena that certain teams ain't used to playing into is teams like Phoenix, the Nets are taking advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right now Phoenix gonna probably, if Chris Paul don't play, Phoenix and Steven Adams don't play, Phoenix gonna have a good chance to probably beat this Oklahoma City Thunder team at least by 10 or 15.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. But Brooklyn, they overachieved. Like Brooklyn just beat the Clippers yesterday. Joe Harris was huge again. LeVert had another big game. Tyler Johnson came out of nowhere, contributed.
Oh my God! Can you imagine that Clipper team next year with Durant and Kyrie Irving? They may be the best
You meant the
team in
Nets.
the league next year.
You mean the Brooklyn Nets, but okay.
I mean the Brooklyn Nets. I'm just saying with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, they might end up being the best shooting team in the NBA next year.
I wouldn't put it past them or whatever like that. To answer your question in the chat room, Think Tank, there's a few coaches on the hot seat. Now I don't know if Gentry's on the hot seat, but I do know that Nick McMillan's on the hot seat for whatever inexplicable reason. I don't know why, but whatever. Right? Frank Vogel, you got to know he's in hot water. Lloyd Pierce for the Atlanta Hawks. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in hot water as well. You know, he coached like he been in over his head anyway.
You want to
know, and then the coach for the Charlotte Hornets, he's in hot water too, huh?
James Borrego.
The owner of the Chicago Bulls thinking about bringing back the head coach, even though nobody don't like his ass. Yeah,
it's crazy,
thinking
man.
about bringing back Boylan.
Yeah, which I didn't understand that. His rotations are terrible. His systems doesn't fit. Zach LaVine hates the dude.
Yeah, the Chicago coach is definitely in hot water. Hey, Brandon, and whatever you got, it doesn't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for donating, no matter if you know, at the end of the day, man, whatever donation you give out, man, is highly appreciated. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate you for donating to the channel, no matter what you have. You know, all is greatly appreciated, and I'm grateful for that. But yeah, man, Frank Vogel, get your ass out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? You suck. You stink. Before I go off on my dive, let's finish breaking down these. Let's finish breaking down these. Huh?
Really, he's not the head coach of the Lakers. LeBron James is the head coach of the Lakers.
Yeah, we all know that. That ain't nothing new. All right, let's break down these other games. Who y'all got one? All right, so before we go on the other game, who y'all got winning? OKC or Phoenix?
I got
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I got OKC.
Phoenix,
but
spot 10.
All right, so I guess I got to be the oddball in the group. Let's go. Next game, Dallas and Utah. Right, that's the second game on the docket. No Luka, no Kristaps Porzingis in this game. Dorian Finney-Smith is questionable as well. And then Utah, I think. Hold on, let me look at my FanDuel account because I'm playing FanDuel today. So Seth Curry is, I think he's probable. Yeah, so Seth Curry is probable. No Luka, no Kristaps Porzingis. What do y'all got from this game?
Yeah, if you're the Utah Jazz, you got to roll through the maps here because remember, Utah is 2 games up on Dallas, though. And I think if you're the Jazz, look, the way they lost to the Nuggets was kind of due to stupidity because they were up 18 in that game, and then they just stopped launching threes. The Jazz need to keep using the pick and roll and the screen roll for Rudy Gobert. And if you're Rudy Gobert, he had a good start versus the Nuggets, but down the stretch, he just missed layups, missed dunks. He has to convert on the inside. Donovan Mitchell, he started off slowly, but man, did he come out? Man, was he an assassin at the end of that game, hitting big jumpers, making big plays to the rim, and hitting big threes to keep the Jazz hopes alive. So if you're Utah, you have to get this game because Dallas is 2 games back of you, okay? And it's not a full guarantee you're going to get that 6 seed. Because if, God forbid, you lose this game today, then Dallas is 1 game back of you while they got Portland coming up. So if you're Utah, you got to be careful. So if you're the Jazz, you got to move the ball. You got to find the open man. You got to use the pick and roll for Rudy Gobert. If you Donovan Mitchell, even though he played well versus the Jazz later in the game, he has to start off hot. And if you're the Jazz, you gotta hit your threes consistently because they started off hot, hitting three, moving the ball, and find the open man. And Jordan Clarkson, he was hot versus the Nuggets early, but down the stretch, the Jazz couldn't really hit threes consistently. So if you're Utah, I mean, they're number 2 in 3-point shooters. So if you're Utah, you can't hit the three. So if you're the Jazz, you gotta, you know, use screen rolls, and then, hit your shots though. And if you're Dallas, you gotta hang around, because if you're Dallas, then they have no shot versus the Clippers. Okay. So I just think that if you're the Mavs, you gotta take this game seriously because you win this game. You pull within 1 game of the Jazz though. And again, is it possible the Mavs can win their final remaining games to get the 6 seed and the Jazz will lose out? It's very possible. Not likely, but you never know. So if you're the Mavericks, you got to hang around. You got to guard Gobert in the post, and you'll be fine. So I'm gonna go with the Jazz in the blowout here.
All right, Luda Ryder, go ahead.
To me, you got to play a Jeff Sloan offense, pick and roll offense. They can't be playing this new style offense because that's not them. You got Donovan Mitchell who can be aggressive and get to the rim. Rudy Gobert right now can't jump. I don't know why. I don't know if because the VAR did something to his game or what. To me, if the Jazz are aggressive getting to the rim, they're gonna easily win this game. Damn, jacking up 3-pointers is not helping them right now. Simple
True.
as that. And plus, no Luka, no Porzingis. There's no reason that the Jazz to lose this game today. So basically, the Jazz to win this game easily.
They better because if they lose this game, they only be 1 game up on the Mavs. And like I said, the Mavs don't want to play the Clippers though. So if you're the Mavs, this is a big game for you too. I don't think they'll win. I don't think they'll win, but you never know. I mean, holy shit, the Sixers almost beat the Blazers without Simmons and Embiid barely played.
Go ahead, Mr. Big Chess.
My opinion on the game, I really think the Jazz are gonna fuck around and keep the Mavericks in the game. I think the Jazz will still win, but there's a chance that if Seth Curry plays and he has one of them Steph Curry games, the Mavs are gonna win this game. But I got the Jazz in a close one winning today.
You think they play Boban today?
If they play Boban and Boban does Boban things, who knows? But it's what the coach decides to do.
All right, so
both the Jazz and Dallas have not been very smart in these close games.
No, they haven't. Rick Carlisle is an idiot. All right,
Yeah.
let's just be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got Utah winning this game. You say Gideon? You say Utah wins?
Yeah, Utah wins. I think they'll win this game. It'll be close early, but I think Utah will wake up and pull away.
Okay. You say Utah win, Luda Ryder, or you pick Dallas?
I got Utah.
Mr. Big Chest, you got Utah as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, then we're gonna move on to the next game. I got Utah winning. If you didn't, Toronto and Milwaukee. All right, that's the third game on the docket. 228 over under. Milwaukee's favored by 6. So if I'm sports betting, I'm taking Toronto at +6. I think this is gonna be a real close game. I think it's gonna be a real high scoring game. Injuries for this particular game. Let me see. Injuries for this particular game. Oh, Dennis Roder still out for OKC. He had a baby.
Oh, no, congrats to Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder had a baby. Someone actually had sex with that dude. But anyway, Giannis Antetokounmpo is probable with a toothache. All right, and
It's that bad food. He
that's
been
the
eating
injury.
Come
That's
on,
the
man.
injury.
He got a
it's
what?
that bad food. Now, LB, it's that bad food he been eating up in there. It's probably like 2 perps.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you eating this fucking, food that I wouldn't serve to a fucking cocker spaniel, then of course you could get a cavity. But nevertheless, what y'all see from this game? This is a good game.
If
Potentially.
you're Toronto, if you're Toronto, this is a big game for them. They have struggled against the top teams in the NBA, really in the top teams in the East, I can say. So if you're Toronto, this is a statement game for you because this is a team that you could very well see in the Eastern Conference Finals if you're lucky enough to get that far. Because the last time we started to play a big game, they got mollywopped by Boston. So if you're Milwaukee, Toronto, this is a statement game for you guys. Because if you're Toronto, you gotta push the pace, move the ball. Spicy P needs to have a big game today. Kyle Lowry needs to step up. Marcus All needs to have a pretty good game today. They need contributions for like OG Anunoby or Norman Powell or Fred VanVleet, and Toronto will be fine. For Milwaukee, they got a tough loss versus Dallas, you know what I mean? After they had a 7 point lead, they had an 11 point lead in that game. If you're Milwaukee, Giannis, I think he'll play today, and he should play today. So I think Giannis is going to play. I think he'll have a big game today. I think Brook Lopez, he had a monster game versus Dallas for the most part. He's going to need to bang down low in the post and stretch the floor. Middleton and Bledsoe need to contribute. You know what I mean? And this is a game that maybe like a Kyle Culver or a DiVincenzo or a Pat Connaughton or a Marvin Williams may go off today, hitting some big shots. So I'm gonna say Milwaukee wins this game in a thriller. That's my guess.
All right, what you got, Lou?
Talk about a team who's not playing good on offense. That's the Milwaukee Bucks. Some of these games that I have seen them playing, they have been playing really dumb on offense. You have a 7 or 8 point lead or 11 point lead, and you give it up because you don't feel like playing no defense. You let teams just get wide open 3 point shots.
Mhm.
Like remember that Houston game, y'all? They had
Oh,
chance.
yeah. They're up by 13 in that game. Yeah.
And plus at the end, Giannis had a chance to win that game. What he tried to do, he tried to pass the ball to Kyle Korver. James Harden steal the ball. Houston win. The Dallas game, they had another chance at the end to win that game in regulation. Giannis, instead of giving the ball to Giannis to go to the rim, they tried to show a 3-pointer for the win, which it didn't happen. Dallas ended up winning that game in overtime.
Mm-hmm. George
It's
Hill
like,
took that three. Yeah, and usually George Hill, remember, George Hill's been red hot from downtown this year. Just that three rimmed out. But like you said, Lou, that was not a great possession. The game was tied.
I'm just saying, if you want to be, I'm just saying, they calling you the next guy who's doing the lead this lead. Then you get the ball in the correct time in the club to win the game instead of trying to pass it out to somebody else.
One would think.
It's that new analytics, new style offense that's been killing these certain stars in the game right now. This new offense really sucks.
Yeah, man, Milwaukee needs to fix this offense, and they gotta stop turning the ball over. And don't forget, they missed a lot of free throws against the Mavs, man. That cost them. They gotta make free throws, man, and they gotta limit turnovers.
So, what you got on this, Mr. Big Chest?
If Giannis plays, they gonna win. But honestly, the Bucks gotta put their foot on the Raptors' throats. They haven't been doing that for the Raptors. Nick Nurse is gonna have them coach well. I promise you that. Nick Nurse is gonna put them in a very good position to win the game. So the game will be close. It might be a thriller, like Gideon said. But at the end of the day, the Bucks have more talent, and and Giannis. I think Giannis, he's every time he's played the Raptors this year, he's just going off. So I think Giannis still is going to have that vendetta from last year in his mind. He's going to have a good game. My only problem with that is that They've lost their identity. They're not as aggressive on defense as they were before the bubble, and that's going to cost them. Chris, is my problem is really not Giannis, because I know Giannis is going to do what Giannis do. I think that Houston game was an aberration. I think it was just a one-time thing. It was a fluke. I know Giannis is going to have that dog throughout the game. My problem was with the role players, Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe. If you know that the teams are going to build a wall to stop Giannis, and he passes it out to you, you can't be just chucking up ducks at the basket. Chris Middleton can't be thinking he the next Tony Yayo and start doing these spin move jump shots and everything. Like, it's common sense. That's why they losing these games. They have a 12, 13-point lead. Put your foot on their neck and stomp them the motherfucking heck out. That's what you got to do, and that's the problem. But I got the Bucks winning in a very close game, possibly a thriller.
All right. Me personally, I think Nick Nurse will resort to what made his Raptors team defeat the Bucks. Pack the paint, make Giannis a jump shooter. They have multiple bodies they can throw at him, whether it be Serge Ibaka, Pascal Siakam, and to a lesser extent, well, they're not gonna throw Marc Gasol at him. He's not quick enough to defend Giannis, but I can see Ibaka and Siakam. Yeah, I can see those two guys going after him and stuff like that. And they're gonna make him a jump shooter. But yet, look, when it comes to the whole dynamic, Chris Middleton has been playing okay, right? There's times he disappeared, right? This time he can get a little trigger happy, but he's gonna have, in my opinion, he's gonna have to get trigger happy if they're gonna take Giannis out the game. He's gonna have to be the one that brings them back from obscurity. Because if you look in the game against the Miami Heat, the Miami Heat sold to the devil to stop Giannis, right? Now Giannis got a lot of his points inside the paint, do a lot of driving and spin moves and things like that. But in the half court set, they really prioritize stopping Giannis. So, which left opportunities open for Chris Middleton. Now, Chris Middleton, he was able to come through in that game, but he's going to have to do that more often. And where is Eric Bledsoe? Where can he be? I know he's trying to come back. I know he's trying to work himself back from COVID-19. But look, we've seen enough of these disappearing acts, Eric Bledsoe. You need to step it up, right?
I'm sorry, but he's never been good to me.
He's been a good but not great player.
Bledsoe, he's all right.
I won't say he's bad. I won't say he's trash, but he's definitely not an elite player.
Like, Milwaukee gave up on the wrong guy. They gave up on Malcolm Brogdon, where they should have kept him and gave away Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, really. Bledsoe's a good player, but the problem I have with Bledsoe, the dude is just inconsistent, man. And there's times he's quiet during a game. It's like, look, Bledsoe can penetrate, but he needs to stop settling for jumpers too much. Like, what killed Milwaukee against Toronto last year is the fact that, like you said, Middleton tried to do too much, and Bledsoe was quiet at times. So if Milwaukee wants to get to the NBA Finals and win it all, Bledsoe and Middleton need to step their game up, and they're going to need role players to step up to help Giannis. And Giannis, listen, Giannis to me also needs to step up versus Toronto, because if we're objective, he did not play very well versus Toronto in the playoffs because they were packing the paint and he was missing jumpers, and he was also missing free throws too. So those three guys better step up their game in the playoffs if they want to have a long run and win a championship. That's just me, though.
All right, so who we got winning this game? I actually got Toronto winning this game. Who y'all got?
Milwaukee.
I got the Bucks.
You got Milwaukee? Well, I guess I'll be the contrarian then and say Toronto win this game. Next game. Let's go to the next game. It is the Miami Heat playing the Indiana Pacers. Now, Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler versus TJ Warren. Can't wait for this.
Kendrick Nunn is back. He's back in the bubble. He's in quarantine right now, so he's not going to play. Goran Dragic is set to play today, as long as Jimmy Butler. Those two is coming back from injury. Sabonis is still out, and that's the only other injury news from these. T.J. Warren has a foot injury. He sustained that in the Lakers game, so he's questionable today.
Okay.
So we have to see how that news plays out. But all right, so let's play a game of scenario, right? TJ Warren's is out, right? Who's gonna pack the scoring punch? I know outside of Oladipo and maybe
Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Wow, that's gonna be tough for Indiana because if you're Indiana, don't forget they also lost Jeremy Lamb. Like Jeremy Lamb could give you 15 to 20 if you wanted to. So they're losing bodies, man. Like Domantas Sabonis could give you a triple double. He can dish the rock. He can push the pace, and his jumper has improved a bit. Jeremy Lamb can put the ball on the floor, can pick his spots, but they don't have that for the rest of the season. Oladipo, he did play well versus the Lakers, but he's not been all that great this season. And then Malcolm Brogdon's been a really underrated for Indy. So that's the problem. Who's this team? Who's gonna be the third scorer? That's gonna be an issue for Indiana, though. And don't forget, this could be a playoff preview, by the way, guys. These two teams could beat each other in the playoffs come next week.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? I'm gonna touch on something, right? Because this just came to my head as Gideon was talking about this, right? I was just thinking about it, right? And while I think it's fucked up that Indiana would even consider firing Nate McMillan, right? I know why they're doing it. I don't fucking like it, but I know why they're talking about firing Nate McMillan, right? Because when you get to the playoffs, Indiana has had first round exit the last few years.
Yeah.
Right. So these execs or whoever's running the Indiana Pacers is desperate to get this team over the hump. And they're feeling like Nick McMillan ain't the answer. But this is the thing. Nick McMillan ain't really had a full deck, to be honest with you. I mean, considering he had injuries to Victor Oladipo, injuries to Malcolm Brogdon, injuries to Miles Turner. Got Sabonis possibly for the rest of the season or whatever like that. It's just that, this dude ain't really had a full deck to work with. And he's still getting it done. Jeremy Lamb's been out. And it's like, you gotta cut the man some slack, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's my whole diet. That's my whole diatribe on that. You know what I'm saying? I think firing Nick McMillan would be a bad idea. But anyway, if TJ Warren doesn't play this game, I got Miami winning. All right. If he does play, considering that Indiana is hot right now, I still got Miami winning this game. What you got, Mr. Big Chess? Because with Sabonis out, they have nobody that can stop Bam. Miles Turner's not that good of a defender. So, look what Thomas Bryant has done to him.
Yeah, Thomas Bryant.
Turner to me, I don't know what happened to him because he used to be a great shot blocker at first, but he lives on the 3-point land now, and he don't want to bang down low. It just amazed me what happened to Turner. Like what happened? You got soft now. You don't want to bang. You don't want to block shots. You don't want to do all that no more. You thought what? You thought you gonna be like a quick buy to make your money from the outside?
Yeah, really.
So man, Miles. I'm sorry. I'll make this quick point. Miles Turner's kind of been up and down all year. So yeah.
So who y'all got?
I'm going with. I think Miami bounces back. I got Miami because remember they had a tough loss to Phoenix. They had an 11-point lead, but Phoenix just showed a lot of guts. So I think Miami will win this game. It will be tough though, because like I said, the Heat and the Pacers are tied for the 4 seed right now. And remember, both those two teams are only one game up on Philly, so they both need this game. So I think Miami's going to win this game. If TJ Warren does not play, Miami will wallop Indiana. But if he does play, then I think it'll come down to the wire. But I still say Miami. I just think Miami is tougher, deeper, more balanced. Yeah.
Would you go on this, Mr. Big Chess?
Y'all still talk about the Pacers game?
Yeah, Pacers Heat game. Yeah.
My opinion, I got the Heat winning, depending on, how things go. I think if TJ Warren plays, it's just going to be a thriller because, although the Heat have more talent, I think, the Pacers, they got fight in them. And I like that. They've been playing with a lot of fight, a lot of heart in this bubble. But I got the Heat in a very close game. I think it comes down to Jimmy Butler versus TJ Warren 1-on-1. And whoever makes up the big play will have their team win the game.
Hey, shout out to my boy Osara9 in the building, man. Appreciate you, homie. Salute. But yeah, man, I definitely got Miami winning this game. All right, let's go to the next game. Last game on the slate. The main event of the evening. We got the Denver Nuggets playing the Los Angeles Lakers, right? The Lakers right now are a 5-point favorite with a 221 over under. Give me the Denver Nuggets at +5, God damn it. Give me the Nuggets at +5.
Facts, man. Facts. Yeah, man. This is a big game for Denver. Remember, they're only one game back of the Clippers. And don't forget, Denver and LA are playing each other on Wednesday on ESPN. And so if you're the Nuggets, you need this game. You got to come out with intensity. Stop. Don't dig yourself a hole if you're the Nuggets. Try to pounce on the Lakers early. Try to push the pace. Try to use your size advantage. Use the versatility of Michael Porter and Jokic. Jamal Murray was huge against the Jazz on Saturday. So you gotta need to have a big game from him. Jeremy Grant's getting energy off the bench. Monte Morris, Mason Plumlee's giving good energy. So I think the Nuggets will win this game, and they should win this game right now because, like I said, they're one game back at the Clippers for that number 2 seed. And if you're the Nuggets, even though they've been the Jazz 3 times, I'd rather play the Mavs because the Mavs are inexperienced. You know what I mean? So if I were the Nuggets, you need this basketball game now, and it's gonna be tough. So I'm going with Denver, and I think Denver pulls away down the stretch and hand the Lakers their 4th straight loss.
All right, some injury news in this game. Both LeBron James and Anthony Davis are both probable.
They playing. They playing.
They're playing.
The injury report, goddammit. Shit.
Sorry.
So no injury news on the Denver side. They're full go. Jamal Murray played, came back on Saturday. Really didn't impact Michael Porter Jr.'s game. Michael Porter Jr. he's been awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, let's break this game down. This is another easy game to break down, right? When it comes to point guards, right? We know the Lakers can't stop point guards, right? And they got a good one in Jamal Murray, right? They can't stop Jamal Murray, right? They have nobody that can stop Jamal Murray. You can't. Let's say guys like J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters and Quinn Cook and Alex Caruso. Y'all think that those guys going to stop Jamal Murray? Are you fucking smoking crack? What do y'all think?
Man,
Jamal Murray is gonna have a big game.
I want to see if LeBron James is going to guard Michael Porter Jr.
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Michael Porter Jr. is too quick for him.
And too versatile too.
Here's the price. Michael Porter
sticking Anthony Davis on Michael Porter.
Yeah, but
after what TJ Warren did to Anthony Davis, I don't know.
And we can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. We can't go off recency bias, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but we can't go. That's recency bias. We can't fall victim to that.
I know that, but what I'm saying is just like the strengths. You look at Michael Porter, his offensive game is similar to KD. And like I noticed because the dude used to run Oklahoma like it was his slave thing, but he was killing. But his jump shot, the way he moves, his move set, the crap is too easy for him, man. It's too easy. And I'm like, you put him on LeBron. I'm looking at what KD did to LeBron. KD's just KD know he's not like as buff as LeBron is, so he's just gonna pull up. He's 6'10". Like and he has a jump shot. KD has he has a set shot. This dude has a pure jump shot. So he's jumping.
Michael Jr. is a fucking beast, dog.
This man is crazy, man. This man is crazy,
beast, dog. I swear to God, boy, MPJ, boy. I swear to God, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mike
Malone, you better not fuck this up, Mike Malone.
I'm just saying this.
Please don't.
If Porter, I don't know who's gonna take more shots today. Is it gonna be Michael Porter Jr. or Murray? Because
I'm going with Michael Porter. I think this is a game that Michael Porter needs to put his stamp early. You know, Michael Porter needs to use his versatility to go to the basket, needs to use, I think, his strong hands, his left hand. And Michael Porter, his jumper is nice, man. His jumper is beautiful right now. So, again, I think
wet, boy.
Fast.
I'm just saying this. If Denver actually play team ball instead of playing isolation ball, they can easily go win this game against Los Angeles today.
Oh yeah, they need this game. Like I said, they're one game back of the Clippers, and like I said, the Nuggets are playing the Clippers on Wednesday on ESPN. That will probably decide the number 2 seed. But if you're in the Nuggets, you want to go into that game only being a half game back, so you got to pounce on the Lakers early because the Lakers are in the free fall right now. Well, kind of, but you get what I'm saying. So I think the Nuggets will win this game, but it's going to come down to the wire, in my opinion.
All right, so y'all got winning this game.
I got the Nuggets. If Jokic is, I think Jokic get a triple double in this game.
Yeah, me too, man. I got the Nuggets winning this game as well, going away. Yeah, man, for real. Man, so that's the NBA breakdown right there. Let me see. What else we got to talk about? All right. So as far as this bubble experiment go, right? Who's the team that you feel is the biggest disappointment in the bubble? Start with you, Gideon.
I have to probably somebody could say the Wizards, but I'm gonna go with the Pelicans, man. The Pelicans, to me, I gotta go. It's somewhere between the Grizzlies and Pelicans. I may have to say New Orleans though, because they have too much talent to be eliminated from playoff contention. Like the think about this: Adam Silver put these teams in Disney World so New Orleans could eat, so can have a shot making the playoffs. But Alvin Gentry's a dumbass that doesn't know what he's doing. Lonzo is playing with no passion. Zion, he's bowling out, but there's times he misses layups. He can't hit free throws. Ingram, he can score, but the problem with Brandon Ingram, they do take stupid-ass shots at times. And there's times when he's quiet, and then J.J. Redick, he comes and goes. Same thing with Drew Holiday, he comes and goes. So the Pelicans, they just choked a lot of big games. Like they blew a 16-point lead to the Jazz to start their Disney game. Then they also got smacked by the Clippers. Then they got virtually outplayed by the Kings and got outplayed by the Spurs. And then, you get what I'm saying? So I think the Pelicans have been very disappointing because they have too much talent and for them to be out of the playoffs like this. There's no way the Suns should be in this race and the Spurs and the Pelicans are out. It's just embarrassing if you're a Pelicans fan.
Go ahead, Mr. Big Chest. Who's been your most disappointing team in the bubble?
Man, I would have to agree with Gideon. I say it's the Pelicans, not just because of that, mainly because they came out, playing so undisciplined. It's just atrocious to watch, defensive lapses by players, people playing bad shots, not enough, and Alvin Gentry not benching certain players that need to be benched, no matter how I feel about them, not holding these players accountable. And I'm like, man, you had the easiest schedule by far. You only played 2 teams that had a above 500 record. 2 teams. and now you're eliminated. Literally, everybody. It was the worst kept secret. Everybody knew that Adam Silver wanted a LeBron Zion matchup in the first round. Everybody knew that, but you can't win. You should have beat the Jazz because literally the Jazz was giving you every chance to win that game. They didn't even want to be there. I mean, you came out flat against the Kings. You literally allowed them to score 50 points in the first quarter. No defense whatsoever. I'm like, they hit. You got what's his name? Who's the guard that literally went ham on him? I forgot his name for the King.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, Bogdanovich literally going ham on you, hitting 3. The man had 6 threes in the first quarter. Have you ever heard about double teaming him? Like, I know you put Drew Holiday on De'Aaron Fox at the end, but you should have done it at the beginning because he was getting to the lane at easily. Lonzo Ball, dude, is literally non-existent. It's not that he can't play defense. This dude is like, hey, he's like Oprah. You get a free layup. You get a free layup. You get a free layup. You get a 3-pointer. What the heck is that? Brandon Ingram, I know you tried, but man, you can't be taking 20. You can't be taking 23 shots just to score 22 points, man. Come on. Zion, you played well. Zion played well, but like, Lord have mercy, Zion, you gotta start making more of your free throws because some of these free throws you miss, it could help you. Also, Alvin Gentry, learn how to use your rotations. Lonzo only works well with the people that running guns. So put him with dudes. If you have him in this lineup, if you have him on the court, put him with dudes like Jackson Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Zion. Have that running gun offense out here so he can use them. Use your players. Stop forcing your players to do something stop forcing your players to use their weaknesses instead of using their strengths. If you're going to have beyond the game, have players who can rebound. Have players who can space the floor so Ingram can have space. Use your players wisely. And if somebody's not playing good, sit their ass down. Don't worry about what their daddy says. God.
Go ahead, Lou.
I agree.
And why in the hell would you go into Lonzo Ball down the stretch in the clutch moments?
Oh boy.
Hey, who's your most disappointing team in the bubble?
New Orleans Pelicans. They had all the opportunity they had to not only make the playing game, but a playoff push and actually win some games too. Going to Lonzo Ball down the stretch, it really messed them up. Alvin Gentry want to run this Golden State Warriors offense so bad, but you do not have the players to run that type of offense on this team. To me, they more of a they should have ran like a 1980s Los Angeles Lakers fast break type of team, because that basically worked for them. And plus, not playing Zion the minutes he rightly owes in these games really hurt them too. And basically, if Alvin Gentry gets fired this offseason and get replaced by a new coach, I would not be surprised. Because the medical staff, the GM, and the head coach kind of messed this whole team up.
Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't really got nothing else to add by that. They by far have been the most disappointing team in the bubble. So, I mean, with that, I appreciate y'all for coming on. I'm gonna hop on Ticket live stream he's on right now, and then we're gonna get it in, man. I'll be back later on the day after these games or whatever like that. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, man. This your boy. Scream at me. Oh, by the way, before I end the stream, I want to give a special shout out to that guy Eddie. So that guy Eddie subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the content. This your boy. Scream at me. Oh!